Viewers, good evening. Thank you for joining us. The latest circular regarding the Kavar Yatra in Uttar Pradesh has put the spotlight back on the Sabka Saath debate. The Muzaffarnagar administration's mandate for food sellers and hawkers along the Kavar Yatra route to display their names has provoked a maelstrom of furious political reactions. The opposition and critics of the BJP have unleashed a barrage of incendiary comparisons. AIMIM Chief Asaduddin Owaisi labels this directive akin to apartheid in South Africa and the Judean boycott of the Nazi Germany. Lyricist Javed Akhtar echoes this hyperbole, drawing chilling parallels to the marking of the Jewish shops during the Holocaust. SP Chief Akhilesh Yadav is demanding judicial scrutiny, alleging a conspiracy to foment communal discord. But aren't these comparisons grotesquely exaggerated? Just think about it. Leaders of the BJP are pointing out that when halal certification is heralded as essential for one community's dietary sanctity, why is a similar provision for devotees branded as bigotry? If Muslims have the right to ensure their food is halal, why should Kavariyas be denied the right to ascertain their food adheres to Sattvic standards during the sacred journey? This is the argument from the BJP. Let's also lay down some facts on the table. This rule does not disenfranchise any seller. It merely mandates transparency. The Muzaffarnagar police have underscored in their latest statement that this is a voluntary and precautionary measure to prevent confusion and conflict among Kavariyas who strictly adhere to their dietary practices. The context also becomes crucial here because last year religious guru Yashvir Maharaj had highlighted instances where eateries operated by non-Hindus under Hindu names allegedly sold non-vegetarian food, and this hurt the sentiments of the faithful, the devotees. But the larger question is about transparency versus what many are calling it, a bid to polarize or profiling, discrimination. That's the debate. Sample the reactions.
जितने भी खान पान के दुकानें हैं, चाहे वो होटल, ढाबे, ठेले, जहां से भी कांवड़िए अपनी खाद्य सामग्री खरीद सकते हैं, उन सबको ये निर्देशित किया गया है कि अपने प्रोप्राइटर के या काम करने वालों के नाम जरूर डिस्प्ले करें। ये इसलिए जरूरी है ताकि किसी प्रकार का कोई कंफ्यूजन किसी भी कांवड़िए के अंदर ना रहे।
स्टेट गवर्नमेंट बोल रही है कि मुसलमान की दुकान पे अब मत जाइए, बॉयकॉट करिए उनका आप। और पिछले कई सालों से तो हिंदुत्व ऑर्गेनाइजेशन तो यही बोल रही है कि मुसलमानों का समाजी बॉयकॉट करो, सोशल बॉयकॉट करो, यही हो रहा है।
ये पता नहीं क्यों हमारे विरोधी कोई भी विषय होता है तो नाम और पहचान छुपाने वालों के साथ क्यों खड़े हो जाते हैं।
ये करना जो ये कावड़ यात्रा पे प्रपोज कर रहे हैं, इसके पीछे मंशा है इकोनॉमिक बॉयकॉट ऑफ मुस्लिम्स को नॉर्मलाइज करना।
अगर आप अपनी आइडेंटिटी क्यों छुपा रहे हैं? ये देश हमारा जो है सबको मान्यता देता है ना। यहाँ तो भेदभाव सरकार कर नहीं रही, तो हम क्यों भेदभाव करें या कोई और भेदभाव करे क्यों? इसलिए इस तरह की चीजों की जरूरत पड़ी है।
कोई असामाजिक तत्व इसमें घुस करके कोई विवाद न पैदा करने का प्रयास करे, उतनी सुरक्षा जरूरी है, लेकिन धार्मिक आधार पर कोई डिस्क्रिमिनेशन नहीं होना चाहिए।
Let's open this up. Dr. Shalamani Tripathi, MLA, spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Karan Verma, author, analyst. Dr. Anand Ranganathan needs no introduction. Tariq Khan, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Dr. Shoaib Jamai, state president of the Delhi AIMIM. Sanjay Jha completes the panel. Gentlemen, good evening. Dr. Ranganathan, I want to start with you. What do you make of this move of the UP government asking shop owners to display names? They have said that this is that this is a voluntary call. If you don't want, you have that option. But what do you make of this?
Good evening, Pradesh, and good evening to my fellow panelists. Let me, before I come to the thrust of the topic and say what I have to say, let me ask you a very simple question. Which channel am I on, Pradesh?
You're on Times Now. Times Now.
Don't disclose the name. Sorry. No. Please don't. Just say I am on a channel that must not be named. Because that is what we've come down to in this country. Honestly, the illogic and hypocrisy of those outraging Pradesh is just mind-blowing. So now the state is being guilt-tripped into even asking company owners to disclose their name. Do these turnips even understand the law? कौन है ये लोग, कहां से आते हैं? The same people demand disclosure of who owns which Indian company or shell company, especially Adani or Ambani. And here they are asking the state to not follow the law of the land. 2, the state is not banning any person of any religious denomination from setting up a shop. All the state is doing is asking the shop owner to disclose his or her name. Number 3, the fact is, it is a citizen's freedom of choice as to which shop or restaurant or eatery he can visit. And a crucial part of exercising that choice is full disclosure on part of the shop as to its ownership. मतलब कमाल है, ये बोलते हुए भी मुझे embarrassment हो रही है. Number 4, it is also a fact, Pradesh, that there have been multiple instances of unhygienic practices being followed by people of a particular religious denomination when it comes to food, for example, spitting. Under such circumstances, why shouldn't the customer know beforehand from whom is he going to buy food? 5, the shops have been set up principally for devotees, in particular Hindu devotees. Why shouldn't they have a choice to be able to buy from a shop that they are most comfortable with during their religious festival, particularly if they are vegetarians? Now let me come to the astonishing hypocrisy. The same people outraging today are fine with the fact that only a Muslim can undertake the ritual of halal, only after which a Muslim can buy or eat meat. Is that not discrimination against people of other religious denomination? Finally, every single day, more than 1 billion Muslims eat meat after religious ritual of halal has been performed. Okay. So now I say, why don't you allow non-Muslim to perform halal? But that you won't do. Now, finally, let me turn to the more philosophical part, Pradesh. Let us say I was a Jew. Would I feel okay accepting services of a person, from a person who not only read Hitler's Mein Kampf every day, but also believed every word of it, imbibed it, extolled it? Would I be fine? Similarly, if I was a polytheist or an atheist or a homosexual or an apostate, would it be acceptable if I refused the services of a person who imbibed, extolled, preached and believed every word of a book that condemns and prescribes severe punishment for atheism, polytheism, homosexuality and apostasy? So why is the first acceptable, but the second not? If we want India to cherish freedom of thought, no question should be beyond asking or answering.
Okay, let me bring in Dr. Shoaib Jamai. Dr. Jamai, what is the problem with what the UP police have asked the shop owners to do?
Let me respond to my dear friend Anand Ranganathan. क्या लॉजिक है? हर गलत बात को सही ठहराना कोई इनसे सीखे. अच्छा मुझे बताइए, ये आरिफ फल वाला जो है, आम की दुकान है उसकी, उसमें कौन सा वेजिटेरियन नॉन वेजिटेरियन एंगल होगा, सात्विक नॉन सात्विक का क्या एंगल होगा? आरिफ फल वाला जो आम की दुकान है, उसकी आम का ठेला लगाता है, उसमें क्या उसका नाम लगाना जरूरी है? क्या अगर कोई मुस्लिम आम बेचेगा तो क्या वो अपवित्र हो जाएगा और हिंदू आम बेचेगा तो वो पवित्र हो जाएगा? ऐसा कोई लॉजिक है? दूसरा ये बताइए, ये जो अल्लाना ट्रेडर्स हैं और जितने भी मीट प्रोसेसिंग बड़ी बड़ी कंपनियां जो मुस्लिम नामों से कंपनियां बनाई हैं, उनके तो सारे हिंदू ओनर्स, वो क्यों नहीं अपने नामों का यहां से डिस्क्लोजर करते हैं? कभी हम रिमझिम शॉप में जाते हैं, चाट की दुकान जाते हैं, वो सारे लोग क्यों नहीं लिखते कि हम हिंदू की दुकान है तो मुसलमान वहां पे नहीं खाएंगे? या ईद के समय में जितने भी यहाँ से कपड़े की दुकान पे मुसलमान शॉपिंग करते हैं, तो क्या हम ये कहें कि सिर्फ मुसलमान दुकानों से यहाँ से बकरीद और ईद में मुसलमानों को खरीदारी करनी चाहिए, कपड़े की कोई भी हिंदू दुकान से खरीदारी नहीं करनी चाहिए और उनको अपना नाम लिखना चाहिए क्योंकि हम हिंदू दुकान से खरीदेंगे तो मेरा कपड़ा पवित्र हो जाएगा? वाह क्या गजब! स्लो क्लैप सर. ये सारी चीजें आप करके इस देश को हिटलर के जमाने में लेके जा रहे हो. उस जमाने में भी इसी तरीके से होता था. टारगेटेड वे में आप निशानदेही करवा रहे हो ताकि दंगा हो तो सबसे पहले उन मुस्लिम चिन्हित नामों को जो दुकानें हैं उसको टारगेट किया जाए. आप एक मॉब तैयार कर रहे हो जो शुरू से एक माइंडसेट बना ले कि इन मुसलमान दुकानों को हम टारगेट करेंगे. ये काम कर रहे हैं आप ये संविधान के खिलाफ है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के खिलाफ है, लॉ ऑफ इक्वलिटी के खिलाफ है, और इसमें यहां से कोई एंगल नहीं है। आप नॉन वेज के मामले में आप कह सकते हैं आपको जहां खाना खाइए, हलाल नहीं खाना मत खाइए, लेकिन ये फल की दुकान में, ये दूसरी दुकानों में, इसमें कौन सा सात्विक एंड नॉन सात्विक एंगल, ये जरा जवाब माननीय योगी आदित्यनाथ जी भी दें और उनकी तरफदारी करने वाले हमारे पैनलिस्ट भी दें। इसलिए मजलिस एमआईएम की तरफ से हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जी ने ये सवाल उठाया है कि भाई ये जो चीजें हो रही हैं, ये वो काम हो रहा है जो अपार्थाइड है, एंड दिस इज डेफिनेटली एन एडवांसमेंट ऑफ द अपार्थाइड।
राइट, लेट्स पुट दैट टू डॉक्टर शलभ मणि त्रिपाठी। शलभ जी, आपने आर्ग्यूमेंट सुना, शोएब जमाई बोल रही हैं कि ये स्टेट स्पॉन्सर्ड सेग्रीगेशन की तरह है। अब जो फल बेच रहा है वो उसको, उसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम है? नॉनवेज तक बात ठीक है, लेकिन ये आप क्यों कर रहे हैं?
अब प्रणेश भाई, उनसे ये भी सवाल पूछना चाहिए कि पेंसिल और रबड़ में क्या हलाल होता है और क्या गैर हलाल होता है, लिपस्टिक में क्या हलाल होता है और क्या गैर हलाल होता है, कपड़ों में क्या हलाल होता है और गैर हलाल होता है। जिन लोगों ने संविधान की धज्जियां उड़ाते हुए हलाल प्रोडक्ट्स बेचने का काम शुरू किया, आज जब वो ये सवाल उठाते हैं तो बड़ा अजीब सा लगता है। मैं तो सिर्फ इतना कहूंगा कि इस पूरे आदेश में आप बार बार पढ़िए, कई बार पढ़िए, उस आदेश में अगर कहीं भी लिखा हो कि हिंदू या मुसलमान किसी को अपना नाम डिस्क्लोज करना है, सिख या ईसाई किसी को नाम डिस्क्लोज करना है, तो आप कहिए कि हाँ धर्म का एंगल है। इसमें तो सिर्फ इतना कहा गया कि भाई अपना नाम बता दो। तो नाम छुपाने का आपका क्या उद्देश्य हो सकता है? क्या आप नाम भी छुपाना चाहते हैं? कभी बोलते हैं कागज नहीं दिखाएंगे, कभी बोलते हैं नाम नहीं बताएंगे। तो यहीं से आपकी मंशा पे सवाल उठना शुरू होता है। अगर नाम डिस्क्लोज करने के लिए कहा गया है तो इसको लेके एक पर्टिकुलर जो लोग हैं वो बार बार सवाल क्यों खड़े कर रहे हैं? और अभी मेरे भाई ने कहा कि भाई आम के अंदर क्या दिक्कत है। बात सही है, बिल्कुल आपकी बात सही है, आम हुआ, सब्जी हुआ, कहीं कोई दिक्कत नहीं शोएब भाई। दिक्कत आपको भी उनसे होनी चाहिए, हमें भी उनसे होनी चाहिए जिन्होंने तरबूज में भी थूक कर बेचा, जिन्होंने ब्रेड भी थूक करके बेचा, जिन्होंने जलेबी में भी थूक कर बेचा, जिन्होंने तमाम सारे प्रोडक्ट्स को थूक कर बेचा। क्या ये नई बात है? क्या 1000 घटनाएं होती होंगी तो एक वीडियो आता होगा, और जब वो पकड़े गए उनसे पूछा गया तो कुछ लोगों ने कहा कि साहब हम तो थूक जिहाद कर रहे थे। तो ये कौन सा जिहाद है? तो मुझे लगता है कि आपको इस पर भी देखना चाहिए कि अगर नाम डिस्क्लोज करने में कोई दिक्कत नहीं होनी चाहिए। नाम आप जो चाहिए रख लिया। अभी आपसे पूछा गया कि भाई कौन सा चैनल है, टाइम्स नाउ है, तो आपका नाम भी तो लिख के आ रहा ना कि प्रणेश उसके एंकर बैठे हुए हैं। आपको कोई आपत्ति नहीं होनी चाहिए अगर नाम बताना है। ये तो जो फूड सिक्योरिटी जो सिस्टम आ रहा है उसमें भी लिखा है कि आप किसी रेस्टोरेंट में जाएंगे तो आपको वहां पे एक लाइसेंस लगा मिलता है, उस लाइसेंस पे नाम लिखा होता है, उस पे फर्म का लाइसेंस लगा होता है, तो नाम तो वहां भी लिखा होता है। तो
डॉक्टर शोएब जमाई
करना चाहते हैं,
जवाब देना चाहते हैं, आप जो पूछ रहे हैं उस पर वो जवाब देना चाहते हैं।
जी, इन्होंने कहा कि भाई ये जो फल में जिहाद कर रहे हैं, ये थूकते हैं, ये करते हैं। मुझे ये बताइए कि कुछ दिन पहले अभी इंडियन स्पाइसेस के कई बड़ी बड़ी कंपनियों का रिपोर्ट आया था जिसमें ये कहा गया उसमें कैंसरस जो चीजें पाई गई, कई ज्यादा दूध की जो चीजें हैं वो जो है नकली प्रोडक्ट पाए जाते हैं हर जगह, कई रेस्टोरेंट में नकली प्रोडक्ट पाए जाए। वो कौन सा जिहाद हो रहा था? मसाले वाले और दूध वालों का नाम तो कोई मुसलमान नहीं था। इस देश में कई ऐसी चीजें हैं जो नकली और फर्जी बेची जा रही है। वहां पे इंडिविजुअल जिम्मेदार हो सकता है, कंपनी जिम्मेदार हो सकता है, लेकिन आप पूरी लेबलिंग करके एक कम्युनिटी को अगर आप बदनाम करते हैं तो फिर गुपचुप और यहां से छोले के दुकान वालों के यहां से आप मेकिंग जाके देख लीजिए, आप खाना नहीं पसंद करेंगे किस गंदगी के साथ फल और यहां से सब्जियां बेची जाती है। आपको पता नहीं है तो क्या वो सारे मुसलमान हैं? इसलिए ये जो बैड प्रैक्टिसेस है ना फूड में, हाइजीन में, कई जगह पाई गई हैं।
व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम?
लेबल नहीं कर सकते
जी डॉक्टर जमाई, लेट मी ब्रिंग इन संजय झा। संजय झा, व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम विद डिस्क्लोजर? इज डिस्क्लोजर डिस्क्रिमिनेशन?
Pranesh, good evening. Since this is a rather sensitive and a serious debate, I will appreciate if I'm not interrupted like just one of the previous panelists from the other side wasn't. I want to make a few
like
points.
All of the previous panelists, I didn't interrupt any one of them.
Yeah, good. So I'm just repeating the obvious. Nevertheless, it is important to point that out for the benefit of the viewers and to ensure a fair distribution of time. Let me make a few points. Your viewers know what the Supreme Court had to say on Patanjali products. Who is the owner of Patanjali? Should we bring religion into everything? We also know which political party defended Patanjali. at a time when there was an attempt to mislead the people of India of all religions. I have heard some of the comments of your panelists. They're disgusting and they're sickening. And any person who defends what has been propagated has to have a very disgusting and sickening mindset. I pity them. I have sympathy for them. I want to make a couple of points for your benefit. If today there was a terror attack right now, wherever each one of us is sitting, and the government were to send NSG commandos to save us, including Dr. Ranganathan, would he ask the NSG commandos to please tell me what your name is, what your religion is? I live in Mumbai. I know what happened in 2611. I know the NSG commandos came from various states of different religion. You think the people who literally could have died and who survived asked the NSG commandos about their religion, which state they came from? I mean, this is the ultimate form of what I call as ideological extremism going completely cuckoo in this country. Completely cuckoo. My third point. I think it's about time we recognized, one of the panelists mentioned the word Jew. Does he have even an elementary knowledge of history to know that in Adolf Hitler's Germany, the shops of Jews were marked as JEW to tell people to boycott their goods? You know what happened eventually? What appeared to be nothing but, an attempt to create a commercial blockade resulted in hate, spreading, proliferating, ghettoization, concentration camps, and a genocide. In India, we will never let it happen because the opposition and everybody will fight. But why are you spreading fear? Why are you creating this unnecessary, unwarranted problem in a country where certain sections of the people are not feeling secure by aggravating it?
Right.
And my last point, my last point. I think it's important. I feel that currently the BJP at the center has yet to come to terms with the fact that India is and will always remain a secular country. They hate the word secular. There are 3 people on your program who hate the word secular. They will call it pseudo-secular. They will call us secular libtards. They hate it. But India is secular. And proof of that, and they are probably still sulking and probably still fulminating in their privacy, is that the opposition won Ayodhya election, Faizabad, Ayodhya, and the opposition has done very well and won Badrinath. They realize the religious polarization will not work. So my kind request to the BJP, let the people of India live in peace and happiness. Nobody needs a certificate from you.
Now, you made the larger point. I'll put your question to Dr. Ranganathan because you asked him that. But let me bring in Tariq Khan. तारिक भाई, आपको भी लगता है ये जो डिस्क्लोजर के लिए बोला गया है और जैसे शलभ मणि त्रिपाठी जी कह रहे हैं कि उसमें कहीं भी ये नहीं लिखा हुआ है कि अगर आप नहीं करेंगे या एक पर्टिकुलर रिलीजन के लोगों को करना है, वो कह रहे हैं कि आप अपना नाम बता दीजिए, तो उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम होनी चाहिए?
When there was means these type of voices heard that there is a problem with halal certificate product, what UP government did, they just banned those products in Uttar. What was the reason behind that? I want to know. The reason is that there should not be discrimination on the basis of any type of religion. This is also the basis of constitution as well. Now, I want to say that BJP always want to disturb the economic cycle of the country. What is the economic cycle of the country? When you do demonetization, you want to disturb the economic cycle of the country. When you do these type of things that please don't buy something, you are compelling people to don't buy something from that. Listen to me. Let me come. Today you are doing so, and tomorrow a Muslim will also do the same thing. Crores and crores of rupees of buying has been done in Ramzan and Eid, Bakrid and all the festivals. Let it suppose that Muslim also started doing the same thing. You will disturb all the minority sellers, small sellers, the poor people of the country.
Tariq bhai, 1 minute. One minute, Tariq bhai. How is this about Hindu-Muslim? Where is the Hindu-Muslim word written in the circular or has been uttered by the administration? Where is that? Why are you making it Hindu-Muslim? This is about voluntary disclosure. Usme kya problem hai?
What is the need? Now you should bring it in everything Everybody who is having a shop should disclose a name. Suppose there is a restaurant, they should name according to the religion. Suppose my name is Muhammad Tariq Khan, I cannot open Ganesh restaurant. Make it a law, make it a thing, make it a...
But what has that got to do with it? इसका दोनों का क्या ताल्लुक है जो आप कह रहे हैं?
इसका यही ताल्लुक है कि आप कह रहे हैं कि जिसका जो रिलीजन हो वो डिस्क्लोज करे। तो मैं ये पूछना चाहता हूं,
वो तो बस बोल रहे हैं कि नाम डिस्क्लोज कीजिए आप।
अरे तो नाम डिस्क्लोज करिए ना, तो पता चल जाएगा आपके कि आप हिंदू हो कि मुसलमान हो।
नहीं पता चलना चाहिए,
तो सबका पता चलना चाहिए ना।
अभी जो जैसे तारिक भाई, अभी जैसे हम शो पे बैठे,
मैं आपकी तरफ चल रहा हूँ।
नहीं, आप मेरी तरफ मत चलिए। आप मेरी तरफ चलेंगे तो देखिए डिबेट का बैलेंस खराब हो जाएगा। अब मैं आपसे एक सवाल पूछ रहा हूँ। अभी देखिए जो डिबेट में आप बैठे हैं सबके ऊपर नाम लिखा हुआ है, तो अब ये नाम हटा लेना चाहिए। नाम से कोई प्रॉब्लम
नहीं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं। अब मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि आपने कहा कि वहां फल वाला है, उसको अपना नाम लिखना है ताकि खरीदने वाले को पता चले कि उसका रिलीजन क्या है। ये सिर्फ एक जगह क्यों आप कर रहे हैं? ऐसा कानून मोदी साहब ले आए। आप सुन लीजिए, तारिक खान अल कबीर तो नाम रख सकेंगे लेकिन गणेश नाम नहीं रख सकेंगे। ऐसा कानून लेके आइए ना, हम क्या लेके आइए, आप करिए ऐसा। लेकिन एक जगह डिस्क्रिमिनेशन, वो गरीब आदमी को, एक सेकेंड, वो जो आम बेच रहा है वो पुअर है, वो गरीब है, आप उसके पेट पे लात मार।
This is discrimination. Karan, I'll come to you, but let me bring in Dr. Ranganathan. You know, Sanjay Jha also had a question for him. Dr. Ranganathan, Mr. Jha and others on the panel are calling it blatant discrimination. They believe that this will embolden people to target the shopkeepers, the shop owners, what have you.
Now, this is absolutely ridiculous. As I said, nobody is barred or banned from setting up a shop. A Muslim can set up a shop, a Jain can set up a shop, a Sikh can set up a shop, a Hindu can. Is anybody being banned? All one is being asked to do is to follow the Indian law. I asked the other panelists, is it or is it not an Indian law for the company owner to disclose his or her name? In fact, if you don't have a signboard outside your company, you can be arrested according to Factories Act 1948. वहां पे लॉ चाहिए, यहाँ पे कह रहे हैं लॉ नहीं चाहिए. And I've already explained 4 or 5 reasons, both philosophical as well as real, what is important for a devotee. So I think this is a non-issue.
Karan, is this a non-issue or there's a problem here?
So, Pranesh, imagine the outrage that we've seen from Mr. Tariq and Sanjay Jha, where they perceive discrimination. There is actually no discrimination because it is between the seller and the buyer. Just the identity is known here. But where a discrimination happens through a completely institutionalized mechanism, and I'm talking about the halal economy, which is $100 billion worth today in this country, there Mr. Sanjay Jha doesn't find it sickening and disgusting. He doesn't find it sickening and disgusting that one of the biggest halal certifying agencies, which is Jamaat Ulema-e-Hind, is also fighting legal cases for terror accused. It is fighting cases for those who have direct links with ISIS. It is fighting cases for those who are in the Pune Best Bakery. It's fighting cases for those who beheaded Kamlesh Tiwari. There Sanjay Jha doesn't find it sickening. Today halal economy has spread from food to cosmetics to even dating. Can you imagine this? पूछो इनसे जरा, वहां ही doesn't find it sickening and disgusting. जहां पे clear cut discrimination हो रहा है, where slaughterhouses today hire people, hire Muslims. I'm saying it out loud. Why? Because they want it to be halal so that they can serve a bigger market. There Mr. Sanjay Jha has no problem.
Let's put that to him.
खुल के economic apartheid हो रहा है.
Sanjay Jha,
खुल के they are making sure that there he doesn't have a problem.
Calm down. I'm answering you. Calm down.
He's answering your question, Karan.
Yeah. So here is unfortunately for the right wing, there is a lot of content that exposes their blatant, brazen lies. They come on TV shows and mouth venom with a great degree of confidence because that is their art. Let me expose them today. The previous gentleman mentioned my name 4 times. What he will not tell the very enlightened viewers of Times Now, and I'm quoting, out of the 6 largest meat suppliers in India, 4 belong to the majority community. Did you tell that to the viewers? You won't, because you are caught napping. You're exposed. The kind of lies which is driven by religious hate is out in the open. Pranesh, second point. Do not interrupt me when I speak. I did not interrupt you. Let me finish. Point number 2.
Slaughtering.
Do not
I'll come to you,
interrupt
Karan.
when I
Let
speak.
him make this point. I'll come to you for a response.
You stand exposed. Please do your BGP IT cell to send you some info. You stand exposed. Point number 2. My dear friend, Mr. Ranganathan, mentions everything is kosher. Let me tell him. Are you aware, Mr. Ranganathan, that in Uttarakhand, just last year, they put out posters in front of all traders and shopkeepers belonging to the minority community of Muslims, forcing many of them to leave. So basically, you're endorsing this kind of politics because you're basically espousing the similar cause. Point number 3, Pranesh, think about this deeply. If tomorrow countries that are largely, say, Muslim populated, okay, large majority Muslim population, it can be Arab countries, Middle Eastern countries, Indonesia, if they decide that tomorrow all non-Muslim, maybe Hindu, maybe Christian, anybody, that all of them before their shops and their homes start putting out their names, are Mr. Ranganathan, Mr. Verma and Mr. Tripathi okay with that kind of politics? I mean, these guys, if you ask me, I need to be honest about it.
No, 1 minute.
Pranesh, you're holding 1 minute, my last line.
No, sir, you've answered Karan Verma. Now 1 minute. Sanjay Jha, please, there are others also who have to speak. I get the drift of your argument. Shalam Mani Tripathi ji, Sanjay Jha और उससे पहले तारिक भाई भी ये कह रहे थे कि देखिए स्टेट को ये नहीं करना चाहिए, स्टेट स्पॉन्सर्ड सेग्रीगेशन है एक तरह से।
नहीं, मैं वही तो मैं जानना चाह रहा हूं, कैसे है ये? अगर स्टेट ने ये कह दिया, पुलिस ने ये कह दिया कि आप अपना नाम बता दीजिए, तो नाम बताने में क्या दिक्कत है भाई? संजय झा अपना नाम छुपाकर घूमेंगे क्या? हो सकता है इनको पसंद हो नाम छुपाकर घूमना, हमें नहीं पसंद है। बहुत सारे मुस्लिम इलाके हैं जहां पर हिंदू भाई दुकान चलाते हैं, उन्होंने तो नहीं कहा कि साहब हमें अपना नाम डिस्क्लोज करना पड़ेगा, हमें मुश्किल आएगी। लेकिन एक तबके को क्यों दिक्कत हो रही है, एक तबका क्यों परेशान है? ये नाम क्यों छुपाना चाहते हैं, ये कागज क्यों नहीं दिखाना चाहते हैं? ये फर्जी सेकुलरिज्म का जो ढिढोरा पीटते घूमते हैं, इनको जाके खाना चाहिए वहां पर जहां पर थूक कर खिलाया जाता है। जाना चाहिए संजय झा जी को, मैं वीडियो भेज दूंगा, जाके उसके यहाँ तरबूज लेकर आए, जाकर उसके यहाँ जलेबी खा के आए, जाकर उसके यहाँ बेकरी शॉप में लेके आए। लेकिन सारा ज्ञान देने के लिए किसके लिए होता है? हमारे लिए होता है। दुकानों के प्रोडक्ट पे हलाल प्रोडक्ट लिखा है, कौन सा कानून कहता है जरा मुझे बताइए? बाबा साहब भीमराव अम्बेडकर जी के किस कानून में लिखा है कि जो पेंसिल होगी वो हलाल होगी, लिपस्टिक होगी हलाल होगी, ब्रेड होगा हलाल होगा? उस पर तो इनका सेकुलरिज्म नहीं हिलता है। लेकिन अगर ये नाम क्यों कह दिया और कहीं कुछ नहीं कहा, किसी धर्म को दिक्कत नहीं है, ये नहीं पूछा कि हाँ भाई प्रणेश जी आप कौन से धर्म से आते हैं, कौन सी बिरादरी से आते हैं, तो नहीं पूछा। नाम क्यों नहीं बताएंगे?
डॉक्टर शोएब जमाई
आपकी
कुछ
पहचान
कहना चाह रहे हैं?
मैं जवाब देता हूं। देखिए, ऐसा है, नाम डिस्क्लोज मैं करता हूं। कई सारे हिंदू ओन्ड कंपनी है जो मिडिल ईस्ट में अपना सामान बेचने के लिए हलाल सर्टिफिकेट लेती है जमीयत उलमा से, जिसमें एक नाम है पतंजलि। बाबा रामदेव से भी पूछा जाए कि उन्होंने किस लिए हलाल सर्टिफिकेशन लिया था जमीयत उलमा हिंद से, जिसके सर्टिफिकेट हमने पिछले डिबेट्स में भी दिखाई थी। मुझे लगता है दिस इज एन अटेम्प्ट, स्पॉन्सर्ड अटेम्प्ट टू डाइवर्ट द इशू ऑफ द राइवलरी बिटवीन डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर एंड द सीएम योगी आदित्यनाथ, बिकॉज देयर इज अनस्टेबिलिटी इन द यूपी गवर्नमेंट। और ये एक अटेम्प्ट है कि ये डाइवर्ट किया जाए इशू को। ये सारा मुद्दा लब्बे लबाब यही है। बाकी सारी चीजें आप डिस्कशन कर लीजिए, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि वो उस अटेंशन को डाइवर्ट करने के लिए ये एक बड़ा इशू बनाया गया। लेकिन ये भी इशू बहुत पर्टिनेंट है जिसको एड्रेस करना चाहिए। तो ये जवाब दीजिए।
Okay, Dr. Ranganathan, now you've heard the arguments.
हलाल सर्टिफिकेट क्यों ले रहे हैं पतंजलि बाबा?
You've heard your people on the panel, but you know people like Javed Akhtar, Mr. Owaisi, Akhilesh Yadav, and Tariq Bhai underlined that point. They want courts to intervene. Some have even written to the NHRC.
Well, I ask Asaduddin Owaisi and Javed Akhtar, who have reached the pinnacle of hypocrisy, if I can be allowed to perform halal. And if they say, no, I can't, is that not discrimination? I would be gladly serving them halal meat. So they would be having halal meat, but it has to be performed only by a Muslim. That is discrimination. So why am I being discriminated against and these people are same hypocrites are all right with it?
No, Dr. Ranganathan, their argument is that, look, there is a pattern to this. Now, they are saying that Suvendu Adhikari in West Bengal said, let's not follow Sabka Saath. Himanta Biswa Sarma is talking about the increase in population. So they are linking this to a larger pattern.
I don't agree with it. Number one, yesterday I myself explained on your channel that there is absolutely nothing wrong in what Himanta Biswa Sarma said, and I gave my reasons for it. I do not agree with what Mr. Adhikari said, because even if there are people, a huge collection of people who don't vote for the BJP, as a government, it is your mandate, it is your duty to serve them as well, and BJP has been doing it. You look at the schemes that have been provided for all Indians, and disproportionate to their population share, the Muslims have got more from those schemes, be it housing, be it skilling, be it so many other things, scholarships, being UPSC coaching, everything, including Shadi Shagun scheme as well.
No, but
so
you're not answering
obviously it is Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, and that is what it should be.
But Dr. Ranganathan, you know, when Owaisi says apartheid, what would you tell him or those who back this point?
Yeah, Pranesh, can I please come in? First of all, I don't take what Owaisi says seriously. As I've said before, he is the Jinnah who doesn't eat bacon. The fact of the matter is, he is the same guy who doesn't even consider Ahmadiyas as Muslims. And he's talking about others discriminating. पहले अपने गिरिबान में झांक के देखिए, अहमदियाज मुस्लिम्स हैं कि नहीं है? और अगर नहीं है तो आपसे पूछो, वो जो 5 मिलियन अहमदियाज है इंडिया में, उनको आप मुस्लिम नहीं मानते हो? और औरों को कह रहे हो कि आप डिस्क्रिमिनेट कर रहे हो?
Let's put that to Dr. Shoaib Jamai and Tariq Bhai both. They both want to respond. Dr. Jamai.
No. Yes. Anand Rangnath, he have no morality to talk about Mr. Owaisi. Let me talk to him. Anand Raghunathan is the same person who have supported Israel kind of action in Kashmir to the Kashmiri people, like in Gaza. In one of his interview, he has
that's not what he said.
These things.
Dr. Jamai, that's not what he said. That's not what he said.
Ask him.
No, that's not what he said.
He is the same kind of person.
That's not what he said. But Tariq
yes,
Bhai,
that was he said.
The larger question of the courts coming into picture.
He justifies his buffoonery.
Tariq Khan.
I have a question.
Yes, okay. Let Tariq Bhai come in. Dr. Jamai, let Tariq Bhai come in.
I always give respect to Ranganathan Saab. Ranganathan Saab, answer my simple question. You said that Hindus are not allowed to do halal. Now, why? What is the procedure of halal? You don't know, first of all. But let me put it in this way. There is a company of beef exporter, Al Kabir. His owner is Satish. He's a Hindu. How he do this halal process? What is the procedure? Arabian Export, his owner is Ashok Narang. Al Noor Export, his owner is Sunil Sood. So these are the Hindus. Now, they don't even know how to perform halal and how they are performing. Point number one. Point number two, nobody in this country is forcing you to eat halal food. You have full right. Even it
but
should
Tariq
not
Bhai,
be
by
displayed
that
as
logic,
a common
where
case.
is the administration forcing the shopkeepers to display their names? वही तो बोल रहे हैं शलभ मनी त्रिपाठी कि कहाँ जोर जबरदस्ती है, कहाँ किसी रिलीजन का नाम लिया जा रहा है. अब आप वही बोल रहे हैं जो वो शुरू में कह रहे थे, लेकिन फिर भी आपको आपत्ति है.
They are saying this will. What I'm trying to say, this will ultimately damage the economic cycle of the country. Try to understand.
Damage the economic cycle. Let's put that to Dr. Ranganathan. We'll have to move on then. Dr. Ranganathan, look, the charge is that this is state-sponsored segregation. Tariq Bhai, Dr. Jamai, Sanjay Jha, they're all saying the same thing.
Pranesh, this is absolutely ridiculous. As I've said, the Muslims of our country have gotten disproportionate amount of welfare from this very government. No one has been segregated. No one has been differentiated. In fact, it's the other way around. It is the Hindus who have been discriminated.
Right.
I've even written a book on it. Constitutional legal discrimination is happening against the Hindus, not against the Muslims. So for heaven's sake, they must get their radar right. Secondly, the fact of the matter is, as I've explained out here multiple times, no Muslim, no person of any religious denomination has been barred from setting up a shop. All the state is doing is asking you to follow the Indian law. How can that be illegal? It is beyond me. That is why I'm saying these people need to go back to school.
Okay, let's leave it at that for the moment. Karan, I want you to stay on for the next debate also. Viewers,